welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. This movie is a refreshing new take of Scooby and the Gang for both purists of the classic cartoon and for new fans alike. I wouldn't call this movie fairly new by any means, but it did release straight to home video in the latter 90s. Surprisingly, after all these years, I've never seen this before until I finally got the hankering to watch it. I do have to say that after finally watching it, I was fairly impressed with it. I'm not sure what the majority of people think about this movie, but I can easily say that I really had a fun time with it. The movie story follows Scooby and the gang as they become tired of routinely debunking ghosts and monsters as mass menaces. They really desire to encounter real paranormal entities. Throughout their adventure to a New Orleans bayou, they get way more than they bargained for as they travel to a so-called haunted plantation on the remote Moonscar Island. For a full feature-length Scooby-Doo movie, I was fascinated on how good it was because I do have to admit, I was a bit skeptical at first. Little did I know what I was getting myself into. For the most part, it was thoroughly entertaining. I do have some minor qualms with this movie, but it's nothing too bad. Let's get more in depth about it. First things first, what I really enjoyed about this movie is that it captured the mystery-solving aspect from the classic cartoon perfectly well as it feels like a spiritual successor. It's a perfect blend from previous adventures and transitions into something great that this movie has to offer. Like so, this movie is just as dark and creepy as the classic show from the 70s, or if possibly more. To say the least, this movie is truly spooky fun. Throughout my childhood, I've always watched reruns of the classic show on Cartoon Network. Simply speaking, it was always a favorite of mine to watch, and I consider myself a purist. I've become so used to the classic voice actor work, and as much I hate to say this, no one has become quite on par for the character of Shaggy, ever since Casey Kasem passed away, except for Matthew Lillard in the live-action movies because he was amazing. Surprisingly, we still have Frank Welker, who was the original voice actor for Fred. As far as everyone else goes, they're just alright. I wasn't overly impressed with the voice actor work with the exception of Frank Welker and Jim Cummings. As far as the story goes, it was definitely different, but I liked it. It was definitely something unique and it feels somewhat reminiscent of John Carpenter's The Fog. I don't know how to describe it without fully going into details and spoiling the movie for those who haven't yet seen it, but I just got big vibes from that movie. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is a fantastic movie, don't get me wrong, but it could have been somewhat better. I don't know how to describe it, but something felt off to me. It's like the whole purpose and meaning went off into the deep end of uncharted territory. Other than that, it's a splendid adventure for Scooby and the gang that's not to be missed. I give this movie an A-. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep up with my real reviews.